we have about 8 of these culvert pipes that run underneath the road. And you may ask yourself, why in the world are these being replaced? I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but when this road was built in the early 90s, they used a single wall black corrugated pipe. That's 8-inch pipe. And when they were packing down this shale base, they crushed them. And out of the 8, how many do we have? 8 or 9 culverts? I forget now. 6 of them, 6 of them are plastic. 2 of them are galvanized steel. And all plastic ones were crushed. And I knew that 15 years ago when I bought the property, that these pipes were all folded in upon themselves. They were just crushed. But the water still flowed through them for the most part, and I just kind of put off doing this work because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. And so a few years back, 3 years ago at least, it got to the point where the squirrels had packed them pretty tight with pine needles and pine cones and whatnot, and I was just not able to clear them. There's one down by the barn that my last road work trip I cleared, but that one's galvanized, and the steel ones are pretty easy. Just get under there with a high pressure hose and squirt them out. But these plastic ones were just severely crushed. Anyhow, I try to limit myself to 2 culvert pipe replacements a year because they hurt. They're not easy to do. You see how thick the road is that I have to cut through. And these are the last 2. It's awesome. Awesome. And I also went with the, if you remember the previous video, I went with the smooth, the lined or the double wall corrugated pipe, which is stronger, first of all, and secondly, it's smooth on the inside. So if the squirrels or the skunks or something get in here and try to set up camp, it doesn't lock the pipe with the crap that they're packing in there. Now this one, obviously we have to dig out more material, but I just wanted to make sure that it was wide enough, which it clearly is. But this needs to sit at or below the bottom of the asphalt, so it's got to come down a few more inches. And then of course we'll trim to fit, backfill it with sand and shale. But this is where we left it last night. Yesterday was a long day. The skunks are the worst. Actually, the squirrels are the worst when it comes to packing stuff full of pine cones and whatnot, but the skunks are the ones that fight back. So they always make it interesting. Let's walk up to the last culvert pipe. This particular one's pretty deep. But this stuff is just garbage. Oops, as I trip and fall. Thin. So it'll be another day of digging. Good times were had by all. Yeah. Things are really brown this time of year. Late October, we should be getting snow in about a month. November, it's usually around Thanksgiving, the end of November. Hopefully it'll be a wet one. It'd be real nice if we had a wet one and a snowy one. Let's see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna walk back to the house, get myself a bite to eat, wake up my friend who is probably still passed out. Well, not passed out. He's not a drinker, but I definitely tested the levels of friendship yesterday with work. Ay. It's just ridiculous. It's peeking. It's just peeking over the top of that mountain. It's a beautiful morning. away she goes. I leave it high, I crown it. I'm not going to repair the blacktop on this till the spring. I'm going to let the water and everything pack it down. We'll drive over it with vehicles a bunch of times, of course. I'm going to put some 3/4 minus crushed rock here in the entryway just to help keep the soil out of there. Although being an 8-inch pipe, smooth inside, and a straight shot, it's really easy to clean these, which is why I spent the extra money on the double walled. But yeah, that's you know, a bunch of hours of digging and 3 minutes and 42 seconds with the old snowplow there on the tractor, and it's all gone. But it's good. It's good. You don't want water washing over your roads. We got a lot of water that comes down this way and down from this hill here, and it catches in here. And last year we had a bunch of water over the top of the asphalt, which is not good. It gets icy, it just deteriorates the road. You need to direct water, or water will direct itself. All right, so I'm gonna load up the tools, go for a walk to the end of the road. I'm gonna use those somewhere, and carry on with the next one.